If you want to see how I did this last minute mummy maternity look, stay tuned. So I got this gauze from Amazon. It's 24 rolls, 4 yards. I could put the link in the bio for you guys. Started off with my face done. I just exaggerated my regular highlight and contour. Put a little bit of glitter on there. Little red lid and a brown lip. I used one piece of gauze to wrap around my crochet fashion twists, which are growing out in the back. We are not paying attention to that. But I pretty much took the one piece and wrapped it around my ponytail, made a little asymmetrical, what do you call that? I don't even know. A headband, I guess? Yeah, whatever. Got this little Audrey Hepburn scarf looking piece. And this is a maternity look. I'm a good 6 months pretty much. So I'm going to take that piece that's hanging off. And I don't know, I'm bugging out. I don't know why I think that I can tie it there, but I'm going to tie it to the strap of my onesie, romper, whatever you would call this thing. And that's how I'm going to start off my foundation. I'm going to grab another piece of gauze. Don't choke on the gauze. I am dying from a piece of plastic. Dramatic. I'm Leo. Let it be. Anyway, so I'm going to take the gauze here and I'm going to tie it on. Zoom in a little bit so y'all can see it. I pretty much just like made a little knot with it. Little double knot. Loop it through. And I'm going to leave the edges of the knots exposed so it looks like a little, I don't know, what do you call it, aged, rustic. You'll see later in the video when I add the makeup and everything to the gauze. But I'm just pretty much figuring out how I want to do this. I ended up doing it like a little bandeau type thing. So I figured that'd be the most secure. And then to tie off the edge, I am going to put a hole in the gauze, which is pretty easy because they kind of are porous already. They have like little holes as is. So I'm just going to expand one of them and tie a knot, that same type of knot, little double, go around, loop it through, little bunny knot. Yes, and I'm going to leave that knot exposed as well. And take another piece of gauze. I decided to make this a one-sided type thing, which, I mean, right now, all I did is just tuck it in. But once I add all the gauze, we are also ignoring my armpits. I do take care of that before I do it, before I let people see me in this. Ignore a lot, okay? I'm going through a lot. I'm pregnant, I'm tired. Be happy this video is even coming out. But I'm pretty much gonna wrap it around, and there are gonna be pieces of my outfit showing through, like my foundation, the gray, but it's all right because I'm going to have so much gauze. There's 24 rolls, like I said, so I'm gonna go back around and reinforce. But I'm pretty much gonna keep making those holes, tying it in, which, as you can see, the holes add holes. So I just am gonna go back over that later with the extra pieces we have left. I'm gonna keep going with that one-sided piece over there, keep adding pieces. It's self-explanatory at this point, so I'm gonna just keep doing the same thing I already showed you guys. Keep poking a hole, tying a piece through, wrap, 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 wrap. Just gonna wrap till my whole belly's covered, and then I'm going to come back with the bottom piece to show you guys how I did my legs. I'm not gonna make y'all have to sit here and listen to me the whole time when I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Why my face looks so serious? I look so angry. I'm trying to breathe. This pregnancy is a struggle, y'all. I'm tired. Speaking of being tired, do you see me drop it like it's hot right here? Look at that. Boom. Boom, snap back up, Reese Witherspoon. Yes. Am I the only one whose husband is shocked when they squat down for things? Like, my husband is so afraid. He swear I'm about to drop dead if I squat. Like, I'm a fall, like I'm geriatric. I've been bending my whole life. I will be fine. But yeah, so as you can see, I already did like the top half of my body, and like I showed you, there's mad rows left of gauze. So even though there's gonna be spots open, you know, I'm gonna be able to go back over it again. So here I'm just adding more gauze. Now we're gonna do the bottom part. I'm gonna start off it's gonna kinda look like a skirt a little bit, just so that I cover like my butt and everything. I was gonna go under, but then I went right around and keeping those knots out. Keeping the ends of the knots out. So I'm adding another knot right here. And you'll see soon I get tired of the holes. So right here, I start just tying it onto the pieces that are already there. Like the ends of the knots from before, I just tie the pieces that I'm adding on instead of creating more holes. Wherever they're available, like depending on where I'm putting it, if there is, the little Evelyn Lozada pat. Got that good, your man want this one. I'm sorry, I can't let basketball wives anymore. I'm done with it anyway. But yeah, so anywhere that there's like that it's available for me to tie it, I'm gonna tie it. But then you see like here, I have to actually put it through a hole because there's nowhere for me to tie it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. See, I put the hole here because there's nowhere for me to tie it over here. So I'm gonna do that same thing, go around, and around and around. And also just readjusting this, just like how I did at the top. You know, you're kind of just gonna keep having to readjust it just to make sure that everything's covered. Of course, we're gonna go back over it again, but you know, just you wanna get a pretty good foundation to start off with. And I am not really doing much with this. You know, it's a last minute thing. We're staying in tonight. We're just doing something at my house. But if I was going out, I would do a top and a bottom to make it easier for me to take this off. But it only stayed on for like 3 hours, so it was fine. And I am tired now, but you see how I connected it again by just tying it right there like that. And I just finished both legs, and all I did was just keep tying it onto the last piece instead of continuing to make holes, since the legs were I was just gonna keep wrapping it down. I got 7 pieces, 7 rows of gauze left, and I finished my legs already. So now I'm just gonna reinforce wherever I need to. Like I said before, I just noticed I tucked in a knot. But anyway, like I said before, anywhere that you feel like it's showing too much, I'm just gonna wrap it around, so that we are covering the spaces. You don't wanna move and then everything from underneath is showing. This would have been really great if I had something white to wear underneath, but I did not. So if you did, you wouldn't have to worry this much about reinforcing and going around again, but I have on something gray underneath, so I really need to cover it up to make this look seamless. So here, I'm just gonna go around the strap that is exposed, and I'm gonna bring it all the way around until I can't anymore. And then cover the back of it. I'm just gonna make it flat like that. Bring it around town. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring it around, and as you can see, I tied a knot ahead of time, prophylactically, because it is very hard to tie the knot once it is already going around your arm, you know, with the one hand. So I tied a knot already. Before it reaches the end, I just pretty much tie knots as I'm going down. And here, it looks like it's all tangled up and like I'm not doing much, like I'm making a ninja arm, but I just go back through and spread it out, and see, it is just fine on my arm. And I'm gonna go all the way down And if there are spaces in my arm, I don't mind as much as the spaces that are in the outfit of itself, like the base, the body, and my legs. It's okay if I have spaces in my arms. I really don't care. I decided to pull that down a little bit, give me a little bit more asymmetrical look. This is Vogue, darling. This is fashion. This is Halloween fashion, darling. I really have issues. It is like 5 in the morning and I am doing this voiceover. Ignore me. But yeah, so I just tied another piece and I'm gonna go around all the way around. Now at this point, in order to end this, I just decided to do like a little fake glove piece, and I just tied it with a piece that was inside of my palm. Then I tucked the end of it in to my arm. And that is it with that. So now I have 3 extra pieces of gauze. I'm practicing my poses. Yes, the belly looks good. The belly looks good. So I have 3 extra pieces of gauze. So I pretty much, again, I'm starting off with just tying it. And I'm really reinforcing the leg part because, you know, as soon as I open my legs, you can see like it's really dark there. Okay, and I reinforced every other part. I kind of skipped over that, but now I'm taking the contour palette and I'm taking the contour part and I am just gonna darken any spot that I feel like. I'm gonna take this cute little chocolate baby and I'm gonna cut off some pieces. Now that my costume looks rustic, I cut off an arm and a leg and I taped it underneath the gauze and then just stuck it through holes. So now it looks extra rustic, and that is my Halloween last minute maternity mummy costume. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
All to see the world, there's such a lot of world.